Welcome back, Savages. And tonight we're talking dead people. Happy Thanksgiving! Okay, so in lieu of the holidays, Megan had this lovely little thought. How many of us have thought about going to a family dinner and, potentially murdering your family? Poisoning. Murdering, same thing.
Yeah. Not stabbing anybody.
You get those in-laws that you just can't stand because they won't stop judging you. Or you've got the annoying little nieces and nephews that have zero manners, and sometimes you just want to, have them gone. Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
This is not a how-to video.
For legal purposes, this is all a joke.
The stories are real, but...
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these are kind of wild. Like,
I'm excited. Your intrusive thoughts
my intrusive thoughts definitely kicked in for this week, and it was like, I wonder how many people poison their families during the holidays or just in general, because why not?
It's a lot more common than I thought, apparently.
Very much more common than I even thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot of really famous...
Yeah. A little less common now than it used to be, but
that's because people know what to look for now.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I mean, back in the day, like, women didn't get divorced. They just poisoned their husbands.
Right.
I'm just saying, like...
They had a heart attack.
Uh-huh.
They accidentally ate something that didn't agree with them.
Yeah, they ate dinner, got sick. I don't know what happened.
It's like the Dixie Chick song.
Yeah.
Earl had to die. And it's the Black Eyed Peas.
They don't taste funny to me. No. Yeah. So this was a product of my intrusive thoughts. You're welcome.
Note to self. If anybody cooks me anything, they eat it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's how they did it in the olden days. They had people that would taste the food of all the kings and the queens and whatnot.
And this is why.
Yeah.
this is why. The cyanide and oleander and all that rat poison. That's why they had those people that tasted the foods beforehand. Yeah.
So who's lucky number one?
So there was a lady named Delia, and she killed quite a few people in her family. The first of her 7 victims was her sister-in-law's baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Over the next 7 or so years, different friends, relatives, and acquaintances got sick and died. And nobody knew why.
And nobody thought, it's kind of sketchy that people around her just keep mysteriously dying.
No, because this was so long ago. This was, what?
Like 1920.
2021?
Yeah.
You get the Black Plague, you get the Spanish influenza, all that crap.
So it was really nothing too unusual for people to get sick and die.
Valid.
But so 2 years after she killed the baby, her sister-in-law, she killed...
Her mother-in-law next, right?
No, because... Yes, she did. It was her mother-in-law, Wilhelmina. So she killed her mother-in-law. Then she started going after her own family members. She killed her daughter, whose name was Minnie. She killed her husband, Joe. So she killed both of them over a 2-week period. Again, back then, somebody gets sick, you don't know what it is. Maybe it was contagious.
Right.
Maybe not. I don't know. So then, after 4 months, she remarried.
4 months really doesn't seem like a long time.
No.
Not really, no.
Not all that long.
I'm wondering if there was a reason for all the killings if she got remarried in 4 months. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And then she, so she moved from Nebraska, in rural Nebraska, doesn't say where, to another place in Nebraska, Danbrog, yeah.
I think so.
And her former sister-in-law came to visit with yet another baby. After that, this is what I don't understand. It was a 4-month-old, and she poisoned him with a piece of candy. My 4-month-olds didn't eat candy. That was choking hazard.
I wonder if it was something like
a sucker.
Like a mint or something that dissolves.
Maybe. I don't know, but that's a little sketchy.
I mean, in the 20s though, they did weird, sketchy
well, true.
stuff with children all the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
look at some of the baby products I had.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so she killed that baby, and then the lady came back again with another baby in October because she had no clue what was happening. But this time the poison didn't work. So apparently the baby just got sick, but ended up being okay.
Yeah.
And then that was in 1922. So in 1923, she killed her own daughter on her first birthday. When her friend brought her own infant for a visit a week later, that one was also poisoned.
Doesn't seem like it died though.
No, they don't say. They just said poisoned. Then she tried to kill her second husband, but he didn't die. He just got sick, and that's when somebody went, "Hey, this is a little sketchy."
Suspicious.
She was finally arrested in 1925.
When she tried to poison other children that
Yes.
were related to her.
With cookies.
Yeah.
Neighborhood
Oh, God.
kids with
And
cookies.
the reason that she did this, her quote is, "I like to attend funerals. I am happy when someone is dying."
The look on your face.
And that is what convinced doctors that she was schizophrenic and she was committed to a mental asylum.
Okay. So,
Multiple personalities and stuff like that. I don't think that would give you the reasoning for...
well, okay, so I don't like to attend funerals, but I do like the gothicness of in some of the cemeteries.
Yes.
How the old Victorians used to look, during death and whatnot. But that just takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
That.
No.
I don't want to attend someone's funeral just to get my kicks because, I like the way this looks. No.
I think, I would guess, she likes the attention she got from the funerals because they were all family members of hers.
Yeah, I mean, because back then you had people that would come for miles and miles and bring food and gifts
they take
and
care
money.
of you for weeks and
Yeah. All right then. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting. He
He looks like a serial killer.
he really does. But
He looks like Spock.
you're not.
I can't.
You're not wrong.
I can't do
I
it.
had to train my hands to do that, and I can do it now.
I mean, so she's talking about our next poisoner, Graham Young.
Live long and prosper.
He really does look like a cross between Dracula and Spock.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the love child of Dracula and Spock.
That's what he look. I'm sorry.
Look, his ears are even pointed.
They call him the Teacup Poisoner. Oh God.
Yes.
Oh, see, I was right. He was an English serial killer.
Yes, he was.
I know serial killer faces. I
Yes.
probably shouldn't admit that, but I do.
Yes, and he was actually, his story is kind of interesting. Weirdly interesting.
Obsessed with poisons from an early age.
Yes.
Wow, he did almost
wow.
10 years.
Yeah, he poisoned all kinds of people.
That's crazy.
He poisoned the food and drink of relatives, friends. He was finally caught when his teacher became suspicious and contacted the police. He pled guilty to 3 non-fatal poisonings, and then he was detained at Broadmoor Hospital, and then he eventually claimed responsibility for the death of his stepmother.
Wow, he was only 14. Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, honestly, most serial killers start young.
Well, he was
you're not
born in
wrong.
47, and he died in 1990.
Ew, that's not that long ago.
No.
Oh, God.
No,
Really was not.
He was from England. He was
Oh, and then after being released, he went back at it to poison some of his colleagues.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he was released in 1971. He got a factory job. And yeah, that's where he continued on his crime spree. He poisoned some of his colleagues, resulting in 2 deaths and several illnesses. He got convicted for 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder in 1972. And he served most of his life sentence at Parkhurst Prison, where he died of a heart attack in 1990.
Nice.
Apparently, his case made headlines in the UK over the release of mentally ill offenders because, well, obviously, if he wouldn't have been released in 71...
He wouldn't have killed other people. Yeah.
Yeah. So it says that he was fascinated from an early age by poisons and their effects. Mm-hmm. And he considered the Victorian poisoner, William Palmer, to be a personal hero.
Yes.
Wow.
He was born in September 1947. He had an older sister. And after his mother died of tuberculosis when he was 14 weeks old, he was sent to live with an uncle and aunt when his sister went to live with their grandparents. Years later, his father remarried, and both of the kids were returned to him. I mean, that's how things were done because the dad couldn't raise kids.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Men can't take care of their own children.
He was into black magic.
And Nazism.
Yes.
Yeah, I helped you with that
He went to a boys' school where he studied advanced toxicology.
That should have been like a red flag right there.
Yeah.
Antimony from a local chemist. That's a poison. Yeah.
He convinced the chemist that he was older than he appeared. And from February, well, this was back in 1961, he acquired a poison from a local chemist. He used a fake name, but because he had such vast knowledge of all these poisons, and they took his word for it, and they thought he was a lot older. So from February of 1961, he poisoned his stepmother, Molly. She suffered vomiting, diarrhea, excruciating stomach pains, which they didn't really think anything of it.
Right.
Then his father started having the similar symptoms. Then his younger sister became sick. And then shortly afterwards, he fell violently ill, and it seemed as if the mystery bug had spread beyond their household. A couple of his school friends had similar episodes.
So did he intentionally make himself sick or accidentally?
Probably intentionally so that it wouldn't look suspicious. I would think that he did it.
Well, he tried to hide the poison for his sister in a cup of tea, which the teacup murdered her. Mm-hmm. But she took a sip, knew it tasted weird, and spit it out. She got on the train to go to work. She started having hallucinations. She was taken to a hospital. Doctors came to the conclusion that she had been exposed to Atropia belladonna. His dad said, "Hey." But he said that they were using the family teacups to mix different shampoos.
Oh.
He told his son, well, okay, next time be careful when you're messing around with different chemicals, whatever.
So it's, yes, okay. So the belladonna, it's deadly nightshade.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And, I mean, that's a plant that's still in existence and whatnot today. I mean, people, you're not supposed
People
to,
still use it for nefarious things.
Yes.
So then, Easter Sunday, 1962, his stepmom died. Her death was attributed to a prolapsed cervical disc, which they thought had happened from a previous accident. Much later, he said that he poisoned her with a lethal dose of thallium.
Which, I mean, thallium was easy to come by back then because they used it as a pain medication.
Right.
In, like, most hospitals and whatnot.
And then, at her wake, he poisoned a male relative after lacing a jar of mustard pickle with antimony.
Good Lord.
Shortly after, his father became seriously ill and was taken to the hospital, where he was told he was suffering from antimony poisoning also. One more dose would have killed him. His aunt, who knew about his fascination with poisons and chemicals and whatnot, she got suspicious, and so did a science teacher that he knew, who had also realized, hey, we have a lot of stuff missing from the science lab. The teacher and the headmaster arranged for him to be interviewed by a psychiatrist posing as a career advisor, and then they contacted police after he revealed his extensive knowledge of poisons and toxicology.
He got cocky. He did it too quick.
You
gotta wait a little bit. You gotta off one.
Wait a little bit,
off the other. Wait like 6 months to a year before you're gonna try something else.
Yeah.
He got cocky. That's where he got caught. Too cocky.
Yeah. 1962, after returning home from school, vials of thallium and antimony were found in his possession. When questioned by police, he confessed to poisoning his father, stepmother, sister, and a school friend. And then a psychiatrist said that he had a psychopathic disorder rather than a mental illness and had failed to develop a normal moral sense.
Like a serial killer.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He felt it extremely likely that he would reoffend and recounted a conversation where he said, I am missing my antimony. I miss the power it gives me. So he was again detained at Broadmoor Hospital in Berkshire, an institution for patients with mental disorders who have committed criminal offenses. He pled guilty to 3 charges of poisoning his father, sister, and school friend, and was convicted of malicious administration of a noxious thing to inflict grievous bodily harm. He was not charged for murdering his stepmother because they put that on her death certificate. That's crazy.
I was just reading the last little bit that he was not to be released, but apparently that didn't go so well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was released in 1971. He stayed for 8 years. He then moved in with his sister and her husband, Hemmel Hempstead. And within
his sister actually trusted him to live with them.
No, in those days.
and knows that you had to take care of family.
Yeah.
Although this was 1971. 1971, she still could have told him to get bent.
True.
He tried to kill her once already, and then she's just, oh yeah, I'll let you stay with me.
Yeah, I'd have been like, nope, bye. I don't know you. So within weeks of being released, he was resuming his interest in poisons and had attempted to acquire poison from, I don't know what John Bell and Croydon is.
It's probably some
pharmacy or something. But he was unsuccessful. The chemist refused to sell it to him without written authorization. He returned with the required authorization on Bedford College note paper and was sold 25 grams of antimony potassium tartrate. He told the chemist he needed it for a qualitative and quantitative analysis. Then he went back again and got 25 grams of thallium.
Oh.
He then attended a training course and stayed at a hostel. He befriended a 34-year-old, Trevor Sparks, another resident of the hostel, and they occasionally visited a pub together or shared a bottle of wine in Sparks' room. Yeah, I bet you did. And then Young confessed to poisoning Sparks with antimony. Sodium tartrate. On the night of February 10th, Sparks fell violently ill, exhibiting diarrhea, pins and needles in his legs, pains in his testicles. Early in the evening, he had accepted a glass of water from Young. Sparks' symptoms returned periodically over the following months. He felt so ill during a football match that he had to leave after a few minutes. Specialists were unable to pinpoint the cause, saying it was a kidney infection, a bowel infection, urinary tract infection, or a stomach infection. He left there in April of 71 and gradually recovered.
Okay, see,
Shocking.
he gradually recovered. You would think that they would, like, somehow be like, oh, these two live together. He leaves. He gets better when he's not around said person.
And said person has already done time for...
Right. So how would you not put that together and be like, something's wrong here?
Yeah, I don't
One of
I
these
don't know.
things is not like the other. Why? Why would you not be like, whoa, this is a problem?
I don't know.
I mean, being as he had already been, like, convicted of poisoning people in the past, when this new roommate started to get sick, you would have thought that they'd be like, let's check and make sure he's not buying this stuff
Right?
from the pharmacy.
Right, because you would
or,
think if he's being released, there should be, like, some kind of,
not back then.
like,
he's...
banned permanent
Yeah.
list. Like, you can't buy this anymore unless he used a fake name. But still, like, you would think that they would have, like, pictures of these people. Like, hey, don't sell this to
Right.
him because he poisons people with it.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know the geographical area there, so I don't know how close to where he was originally
Right.
this was. I don't know. So again, he got a new job, assistant storekeeper at
Oh, God.
Oh, Bovington hurt.
yeah. What's the
A
what?
laboratory.
Yeah, in a laboratory.
Oh, yeah.
Dear Lord.
Shouldn't that red
Name.
flag
Yeah.
near his
Well,
sister's home?
maybe not, because he was underage when he was committed to the hospital. And he got out when he was an adult. And typically, if you're underage, they don't show those things.
True.
I think in the case of poisoning, you shouldn't get that that luxury. You would think
The company manufactured thallium, bromide, iodide, infrared lenses. First word. says
Thallium.
No. No thallium was stored on site. So he obtained his poison from a London chemist. On his application, he falsely claimed his lack of employment history was because he had suffered a nervous breakdown following the death of his mother in a car accident. His employers received references as part of his rehabilitation from Broadmoor, but were not
guess this answers our
informed
question.
that he was a convicted poisoner. Hello? You're working at a laboratory. That should have been on there.
Yeah, Broadmoor did that company dirty.
Yeah. So he rented a room, and his new colleagues found him unpredictable.
Oh, really?
He kept to himself,
Shocking.
but on other days he could be more cheerful. During breaks, he usually sat alone reading, blah, blah, blah. He loved war, chemistry, the Nazis, and famous murderers.
Shocking.
He collected drinks from the tea trolley, brought them into the storeroom. Each employee had their own mug, which made it easier for him to target specific individuals for poisoning.
Jesus Christ.
That's like a bullseye. Like, aim here.
Yeah. So soon after he arrived at Hadland, he poisoned some of his coworkers, focusing on his immediate colleagues in the storerooms. His modus operandi was to slip poison, usually antimony or thallium, go figure, into their tea or coffee. Victims would fall ill with symptoms, like we've said for all the other ones. They would assume it was a stomach virus or a mystery illness. It was nicknamed the Bovington bug. That's how many people got sick from this guy that they gave it its own name.
That's crazy.
They even were saying it was possibly contamination of the local water supply and radioactivity from a disused airfield nearby. His first victim in Bovington was a 59-year-old storeroom manager, and it was his immediate supervisor.
Nothing like trying to kill your boss.
Yeah. Young would have conversations with him about his wartime experiences. He fell ill June of 1971, just weeks after Young started working at the company. His health improved after a week-long holiday. Go figure, because you weren't drinking poison every day.
Right.
But as soon as he returned to work, Young put a lethal dose of thallium in his afternoon tea. His condition deteriorated rapidly from this point, consisting of intense back pain, numbness in his fingers and feet. He was transferred to the intensive care unit, where paralysis set in. Young was so concerned, repeatedly contacting the hospital for updates on his progress. He finally died July 7th. Postmortem said he had a rare form of polyneuritis known as Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Which is an actual disease.
It is.
Yeah.
Young was chosen to accompany the managing director to the guy's funeral as a representative of the department that he had managed. How sad it was that Bob should come through the terrors of Dunkirk only to fall victim to some strange virus.
Yeah. Strange indeed.
So strange. So
and then
very
it goes
strange.
on and on and on. There's at least 5 other people that he killed.
Yeah.
That even made it into the story. Who knows how many other ones if they all came down with this bug.
God knows how many other people he poisoned and killed. Yeah, that's crazy. People are nuts.
Eventually, he was arrested at the home of his aunt and uncle. In November of 1971, nothing incriminating was found. He denied any wrongdoing. But as he was being led away, his aunt overheard him ask the officers, "Which one is it you're doing me for?" They finally discovered a large stash of bottles containing poisons, including 434 milligrams of thallium, 32.33 grams of antimony, which is over 200 times a lethal dose.
Damn.
He had atropine, digitalis, Nazi paraphernalia, swastikas, a detailed diary that he had kept, noting the doses he had administered, to whom they were administered to, the effects, and whether he was going to allow each person to live or die.
Yeah, so according to Dr. Google, the milligram dosage he had for thallium was like 400 times what anybody should have in their possession.
Yeah. He confessed to poisoning 1, 2, 3, 4, and he deliberately used different poisons to confuse the doctors. Now, that's only the 4 that happened after he was released. That doesn't include any of the ones before. 5. Doesn't include any of the ones beforehand.
That's crazy.
He said, "I suppose I had ceased to see them as people. At least a part of me had. They were simply guinea pigs."
Yeah.
He boasted about committing the perfect murder by killing his stepmom.
Yeah.
That is deranged.
But because they had the safeguards protecting defendants, the jury could not be told of any of his previous convictions for poisoning.
It's kind of what I figured because he was a minor. Yeah.
And he retracted his earlier confession, claiming he only said that to get some rest. The evidence against him was strong. Prosecution called 75 witnesses to give testimony. Young was the only witness in his defense. They read parts of his diary. He claimed the diary was a fantasy for a novel. They did autopsies on some of them, found thallium in their intestines, kidneys, muscles, bone, and brain tissue.
And Bob had so much thallium in his system that it was found in his ashes.
Yes.
Damn.
That's
a lot of
yeah.
thallium.
Yeah. So on June 29th, 1972, after 1 hour and 38 minutes of deliberation, the jury found him guilty of only 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 2 counts of administering poison with intent to injure. He was found not guilty of administering poison to Sparks and Bucks and was acquitted on all 4 counts of administering poison with intent to cause grievous body harm. He requested he be sent to a conventional prison rather than return to Broadmoor. His request was granted, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment at Park Lane Hospital, later called Ashworth Hospital. I've heard of that.
How was he acquitted on the 4 counts of administering poison when you know that's what he was doing?
I don't know.
Stupid people.
He died in his prison cell on the evening of August 1st, 1990, 1 month before his 43rd birthday. The cause of death was listed as myocardial infarction. He had no history of heart disease. It's been speculated that he committed suicide or somebody else killed him because they didn't feel safe. I would say he got his hands on some poison and just offed himself at that point.
It's either that or he figured out how to make it.
Yeah.
Back then, like, the walls were covered in lead paint. And
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been hard to just eat a bunch of lead paint and die.
And he was smart enough to identify the poisonous plants. So who says that there wasn't some plants around the prison that he figured out, ooh,
Right.
I can make this together.
Like oleander or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's, like, really common everywhere. That's crazy.
The Poisons Act in 1972 was created. I wonder why.
I wonder.
Oh,
Was created to restrict and control the sale of poisons after his court case concluded. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Why?
in November 2005, a 16-year-old Japanese girl was arrested for poisoning her mother with thallium. She claimed to be fascinated by Young and kept an online blog similar to Young's diary, recording dosage and reactions.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, who knows how many people out there have done that. I'm sure way more than we would like to know.
But and this is the thing too about like social media, and it was like there was that girl who is now going to jail for the DoorDash girl. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
No.
But she took a video of herself entering somebody's house.
Oh.
And it was like this whole thing. But the one main thing that people have said is don't put your crimes online.
Yeah.
You don't document online or in journals the things that you're doing. Rule number 1.
Yeah.
That's how you get caught.
Yeah.
Don't do it. If you're going to do it, you write it on pieces of paper that you either, read.
Burn.
Yeah, you read once in a while and you throw it in the fire and there's the evidence.
Don't even write it down. Like, if somebody finds that,
because some people like
they like to relive it.
Yeah, hide it in your shoe.
Yeah.
But you don't leave it in a book or online where other people are going to come upon it. Rule number 1. Don't.
Just don't. There's a lot of these, like, weird and interesting cases. I don't know. I find this fascinating for some reason. I don't know why.
Do we have to be worried about...
Don't eat or drink anything Megan hands you.
I already ate a cookie.
I ate the same cookies.
That's true.
No,
I didn't make
it was
them.
a different cookie. You didn't eat the same cookie we ate.
Okay.
She handed us a bag and said, Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought them from the bakery, so if you
But
guys
you
die,
walked here with them.
Right, you had plenty of time.
Why would I poison you? That makes me look suspicious. Come on now. If you're going to do it right. Do it to strangers you don't know.
That's how it starts.
And then you realize, this is pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. No, that's too much work. That's too much. That's entirely too much work. Entirely too much work.
Yeah, it is. That's
somebody. No.
You got to go find the stuff.
Yeah.
I
don't
slick
like
enough
to
for
go.
that.
I don't have time for all that.
I wave my hands too much. I would just knock over everybody's drinks.
I don't like going to the store.
You grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah.
I don't like going to the store and talking to people enough for that. And then, like, how many times have I taken drinks out of your drink or your drink? Or
we'd all be dead on the floor.
We'd all be dead.
I mean, how many times have I opened something and like walked away and then came back and you're like, taste this, and you do it anyway?
Yeah.
They'd be walking in here and they'd be like, "Who did it?" Oh no.
We don't know. Listen, we probably tried it.
Yeah, I mean, even when we go out in public places,
We're like, does
we'll
this
order
taste weird?
right. We'll order a drink. Like, does this taste weird?
Yeah.
Or what do you think about this one? Somebody could have poisoned us, and
We would all be sharing the poison. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're all dumb like that. Yeah, it's great.
Hey,
I
at least
mean-
that way none of us gets a lethal dose.
right.
Valid. But like,
And I don't finish my drinks half the time anyway.
No, you don't. You just leave little drinks everywhere.
yeah.
I do that at home too.
Yeah.
I have multiple cups. Usually of the same drink. I forget that I already have a cup, so then I get another one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's one way to keep yourself from being poisoned.
Right.
You like ADHD, set that down. Go get another one. Go get another one.
And when people tell me to finish my drink, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I don't know why either. Like, people are like, are you going to finish that? And I'm like, the fact that you question that,
No.
if you're going to let me drink it on my own, I'll finish it. But don't tell me that I need to finish it, or don't ask me if I'm going to finish it. Because at that point, I'm suspicious. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
I'm like, you drink it now.
Right. You take a sip of it, and then
Right.
I'll drink the rest of it.
Or same thing with like food. When they're like, are you going to finish that? And I'm like, now that you asked, no. Why? Why did you ask me that? No, now you have to eat it.
Like, did you spit in it?
Right.
What did you do to it? I left you alone with it for 5 seconds. What did you do with it?
There were plenty of times that I would go out like with people and I'd get up and leave and I'd come back and then I'd push my plate away. People thought I was weird and I'm like, no, that's just, you can't trust anybody, not even your friends.
No.
No. Let's
Except
face
us, because
it.
we all share food anyway.
Like,
Yeah.
like if we were to inadvertently poison one of each other, then we would all end up getting stuck with like each other's kids or pets or
That's
I'm
way too
good.
much work.
That's way too
Yeah.
much work. Yeah. No, I'm good. You're safe because I don't want to be I don't want to be in charge of anybody else's kids.
4 cats, 3 dogs, a gecko.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Thanks. Okay, so my fun time serial killer. It's not really I guess she is kind of a serial killer, but you've heard
If you
of
call-
Myrtle?
She's selective.
Selective, but have you heard of Myrtle Plantation?
Yes.
You know, it's like famously haunted. The reason why it is haunted, her name is Chloe. She haunts the plantation. And she actually baked oleander leaves into a birthday cake meant for celebrating the oldest of the Woodruff family's children, because she thought that the judge was trying to replace her as his love interest, or like the object of his affections. And so
They leave that part out in most of the ghost stories you read about online.
he was, so the judge was like a compulsive womanizer, and
He was a white judge.
He's a judge.
yeah, so he would sneak around and have relations with his female slaves at any chance that he possibly could.
Which were
He was a
Colored.
wealthy white man judge. That's all you need to know.
Chloe,
slaves.
yeah. Now, Chloe was the family's like governess, so she
Yeah, she
took
was
care
like
of the
the
kids.
kids. She was
Yeah.
a nanny.
Yeah, and so like she knew that refusing his advances would get her sent back out into the fields, and she didn't want that. So she kind of went along with it because she didn't really have any other choice. And the thought disgusted her, but she still went along with it because she was a slave and didn't have choice.
I mean,
It was
how,
the lesser of two evils.
right. I mean,
Right.
that's how it was in like most marriages, though. Too was do
Right.
as I say, or I'll find a place for you kind of situation.
Yeah, so
Have a cup of tea.
have a cup of tea.
Here's a piece of candy.
Here's a cookie. Now, she was, you know, like terrified that she was going to get sent back to the fields. And she cooked up this plan. Well, she started eavesdropping on the family, and the judge caught her and cut off one of her ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get caught stealing, you lose a hand.
True.
I mean, they were not really treated as... Slaves aren't really treated as people. They were treated as property. So, like, if you got caught stealing, you got a hand removed. If you got caught eavesdropping, you apparently got an ear sliced off.
Tried to run away, you lose your legs.
Yeah. Well, she...
All right.
she was trying to, like, figure out if he was losing interest in her and, like, looking to replace her with somebody else. And that's how he caught her eavesdropping. And so she was tasked, like, a few weeks later with making a birthday celebration for the family's oldest daughter. And she snuck out into the garden one night and picked a bunch of oleander leaves. And she thought that she only put enough in there to make the family violently ill, but not enough to kill them, because she really did like the kids. She cared for them, but, like, she just wanted to make them sick so that she could nurse them back to health to be favored again.
Oh, you see where that got her.
She may have slightly overcalculated how much oleander it takes to make a small child sick, and she ended up killing the pregnant wife and both of the kids. And in the middle of the night, the other slaves at the plantation dragged her out of bed and hung her while the judge was still away. And then they weighed her body down with a bunch of rocks and threw her into the Mississippi River.
That I knew about. That's in the story.
Yeah, well, the judge ended up, like, barricading off the dining room, and he never used it again. But it said that she still haunts the plantation.
I'm not surprised.
Shocking, right? Yeah.
Well, yes, what she did was bad, but you also have to think that now her spirit isn't at rest because she knew that she had messed up, but she didn't mean to.
Right.
Mess up that bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And instead of getting that forgiveness type, I can see why she's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't go around poisoning people because you want to get good graces.
Right.
No.
And you figure all the spirits of the kids, the mom,
Yeah.
even the unborn baby, they're all there because they all died in a traumatic way.
Well, that's not the only... those aren't really even the only spirits that haunt the Myrtles. There's so many others from, like, the Civil War soldiers, and there's a bunch of...
I'm sure there's probably a bazillion slaves that haunt it there because they were just randomly killed because if you're injured or can't work, you're of no use.
Yeah.
The Myrtle Plantation, that's where I'm pretty sure I remember an investigation being done there, and it was like to the point where you could feel the floor and the doors like shake.
Yeah.
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 All the energy.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure there's, with all the emotions of just this family alone, the residual energy there, the residual hauntings there is probably insane in itself.
Yeah, it's just crazy, though, that... I mean, like, it's not really crazy that she did what she did, because...
I'm pretty sure all of that has crossed everybody's mind at one point being...
Does it say in there anywhere how young she was? Because
No.
most slaves were uneducated.
And young.
Most of them didn't know how to read, write, or anything, and they had no home life, so to speak, before they became slaves. She had no idea of what family was or what any sort of relationship was.
Right.
Right, no, it just says that she was a young mixed race slave.
Which makes it even worse because if you think about it, it was probably one of his...
Offspring?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean...
Or that of one of his buddies who was like, here, I'll trade you one for yours for mine kind of situation.
Yeah.
treat them like Pokemon cards. Gotta catch them all. I'm sorry. That was bad. But funny. Megan's like, no, not touching that
My
one.
brain
no.
went somewhere else. I was like, oh, you gotta treat them like Pokemon cards. And then my brain said, you gotta infect them all? Because
No, that's...
Well, they did that too.
My God.
right. I mean, when you're sleeping with that many slaves, you never
That's
know.
true.
I'm just saying, like, you never
Yeah.
know.
And that adds a whole nother spin to this because who knows what she could have had that made her a little whoo.
A lot of the time it was syphilis.
Yeah. So she may have even been a little crazy.
Yeah, you never know. So, the next...
There, we just solved the haunting.
The next...
She was crazy with the syphilis and killed them all.
I mean, that's one of the diseases that did kill a lot of people because if it goes untreated, it gets to your brain.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Go
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
She did try to poison an entire family just to
Be needed.
stay in the house and be needed.
Yeah.
So,
That kind of screams mental illness.
yeah. I mean, or desperation.
Yeah.
One or the other, or both. I mean,
But again,
being in the big house was the thing. Like,
Yeah.
You wanted to be...
you didn't want to be kicked back out to the fields.
You wanted to
or
be the slave in
shipped to
the
a
big
new
house.
family or
See, and then there's me who wants to put up a she-shack in the backyard so I don't have to be in the big house.
So, my next serial poisoner is actually from Ohio.
oh boy.
Yes, from Hard Scrapple, Ohio. So
I've
that's like
never heard of that.
Medina County. So like southern-ish Ohio, I guess.
Never heard of hard scrapple.
Yeah, I've never heard of Hard Scrapple either, but
Is it still a city?
I think so. I don't know. Google it. So Martha Wise, after her husband died, her family, she found another lover, and her family forced her to end her relationship with him because they didn't like him.
Yeah, okay.
And that started her retaliation by poisoning. So between Thanksgiving 1924 and New Year's Eve, she poisoned 17 members of her
She just hit all the holidays.
Yeah. Wow.
Just one right after
Have
the
this
other.
half over for this holiday, this half over for the next holiday.
And to just wrap up the new year.
Yeah.
And like by February, there were four people
Left.
four people that died from her poisoning.
Oh, okay.
And two of her nieces and nephews were left like paralyzed or like some big
Yeah.
thing
Makes
with
sense.
like medical condition. So, three family members died. Not four. My bad. Her aunt, uncle, and her mother she killed. She killed her mom on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because that's probably the one that started the
Her mom and aunt.
leave him.
Yeah, her mom
Yeah.
and aunt made her end her relationship.
I mean, I can relate. There were some days that I just stared at my mom and just... Okay.
Well, during her trial, she claimed, "It was the devil who made me do it. He came to me while I was in the kitchen baking bread. He came to me while I was working in the fields. He followed me everywhere."
That's called psychosis.
Yes. Definitely
Yeah.
psychosis of some kind. I mean,
We'll go with that for her.
Yeah.
so the sheriff tipped off somehow that she was poisoning these people when like 17 of her family members are
She's the one
ill.
driving each of them to the emergency room.
right. He during her investigation, the investigation of her crimes, he found that she had signed for a large quantity of arsenic. She later would confess that she put it in the water buckets and coffee pots that the family was drinking out of during the holidays.
And that is not the first time that arsenic has been put into coffee.
No.
Because if you put arsenic in coffee, coffee gets rid of the flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it masks the taste. Yeah.
I mean, that's why if you go to like certain candle places or whatnot, they'll have a bucket of coffee grounds.
It cleanses the palate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then during her trial, she told the grand jury she was irresistibly attracted to attending funerals, and when there were not enough in the community, she was driven to create them by killing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because
Hey.
Hardscrabble, Ohio can refer to a few different places, most notably a former coal mining settlement in Coshocton County?
Coshocton.
There you go. My stutter isn't going to let me say that. Coshocton County, that is now a quiet area and a park in Clayton or Montgomery County. So it was probably like a small town and people had to venture outward. So obviously there's not enough people dying because they're not dying there. They're dying other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really enjoyed attending funerals, and that's why she
Again,
another weirdo that likes to be at funerals. Like,
and again, I like not the thought of people dying, but you know how the Victorians had everything dark and you cover the mirrors and you wear your widow's gown and like that stuff is intriguing.
The aesthetics of it, yes.
But not actually people dying. I don't like people, but I also don't like dead people. It's true. I tell people that all the time when they're like, because people like, well, you don't cry at funerals. I don't, because I don't. Funerals, I shut down. I have zero emotions. Like leading up to my mom's funeral, I cried. Oh my God, I cried. The day of her funeral, not one tear. Mm-hmm. There was no sadness. There was no nothing. I was just
numb.
Yeah. And I don't like funerals. I tell people that all the time. Like I will attend if I have to, but I will stay in the back. I will greet who I need to, but I don't deal with dead people well. Well, I do. But
right.
Still.
Like, but yet we're paranormal investigators.
Yeah.
So we do deal with dead people.
I like the after
the time.
The after dead?
Yeah.
The after dead.
The post-dead people, not the pre-dead people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not the what? Freshly dead?
No. No.
You just made her gag so hard.
I'm really good at that.
That's what she said.
So, next time you sit down for dinner with your family, look around, see who looks suspicious, and wonder if any of them want to poison you.
And you wait for everybody else to eat before you start eating or drinking anything. Or you just pour your own drinks. Bring your own drinks. It's just better that way. Oh, and if there's any thoughts here, you're not going to get away with it. Technology has evolved.
Yeah.
Poisons are on talk screens now. So don't try it.
Good luck with that.
Pretty much. Poison people at your own risk. For legal purposes, that is a joke.
That is a joke. Please don't poison people.
We're done.
All right, guys.
See you later.
Bye.